Alright, I've got a story that'll make you want to blink a few extra times today. Imagine you wake up, and for a whole month your right eye just won't stop itching and turning red. You feel like there's something stuck in there, but no matter how much you rub or rinse, nothing helps. That's exactly what happened to a 41-year-old woman in Beijing. She goes to the hospital, and the doctors do what you'd expect. They check her eye, see a damaged cornea, but find nothing unusual. So they send her home with some antibiotic drops and tell her to try those. But weeks go by, and her eye just isn't getting better. So she heads back to the hospital. This time the doctors dig a little deeper, literally. They use a special tool to lift her upper eyelid and boom. Underneath they spot something no one wants to see, pimple-like bumps and 4 tiny wiggling white worms. Yeah, you heard that right, worms. In her eye. Doctors carefully remove all 4 worms with tweezers, and then they send them off to the lab. The results come back. These are also called oriental eye worms. They cause a rare infection known as thalazziasis. Usually you find these worms in animals, think dogs, cats, cattle, sometimes rabbits. But in people, that's pretty rare. So how did they get there? The answer is both gross and fascinating. These worms rely on flies that feed on tears. The flies pick up worm larvae from infected animals, then land on a new host, sometimes a person, and drop off the larvae right into the eye. The woman didn't remember being around any flies, but she did have a pet cat that recently had an eye infection. It's not confirmed, but that's the likely source. Getting rid of these worms wasn't as simple as taking a pill. First, the doctors physically pulled them out, then rinsed her eye thoroughly, and prescribed antibiotic ointment. A week later, her symptoms were basically gone. And after 2 months, no worms had come back. If you're wondering, this isn't something that happens every day. Between 1917 and 2018, China recorded just over 650 human cases of thalazziasis, mostly in rural agricultural areas. Symptoms can be mild, just itching and redness, or they can get pretty serious, like eye pain, bleeding, or even vision changes if left untreated. So if your eyes are bugging you for more than a few days, don't just shrug it off. You never know what could be hiding under your eyelid. Stay curious, and maybe keep an eye on your pets too.